Shame on you. You keep doing it to the ACT.
All right.
What's going on
Here's
here?
your start list for the men's 400 metres. Tyler Gunn, Daniel Moen, Alex Beck, Luke Stevens, Jackson Collette, Azuma Kaiki and Jun Kimura. Very interesting race here. Tyler Gunn has done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think this might be his 7th 400 of the week. Heat semi-final of the under-20 boys 400 metres. A 4x4 for New South Wales. Heat semi and now final of the open men's 400 metres.
It's tough, isn't it? Honestly, to be a junior again, really.
I wish I was invincible.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you've got to commend the effort that he's put in. He's making an open national final here. After all that. So, what an effort by Tyler Gunn there. But, honestly, I think this race, it'll be the race in 3. Alex Beck, Luke Stevens, Stephen Solomon, and I reckon a roughie is Jackson Collette. Obviously, he was number 1 in the country for a good portion of the season, so he's definitely not one to discount here.
Yeah, there's a couple of athletes just on the cusp, Moen and Collette on that 47.0. Tonight might be the night. It's looking pretty still out there, and it does turn it on. I know my PB and your PB were saying here is at this track.
Exactly, so these conditions aren't actually bad. The wind's dropped off totally, so it's perfect for these 400-metre runners. Can Steve go 45.50? And they're away. From the inside, Gunn, Moen, Beck, Stevens, Solomon, Collette, Kaki and Kiramura. And as we see, Collette moves up onto the shoulder of the Japanese athlete. And Steve Solomon, Alex Beck. There's your 3 at the moment. As they move down the back straight, the staggers remain even. Here we come, Luke Stevens. So he's starting to move up on the shoulder of Steve Solomon. This is the point where Steve starts to respond. He puts his head down. He lifts the intensity. But also Alex Beck coming on the inside. He's fighting around this first bend. They're going to come into this straight fairly even. Possibly even Alex Beck in the lead by a foot. Alex Beck, Steve Solomon fighting out. Jackson Collette. But here comes Steve Solomon. It's still not all him. Alex Beck on the inside. Jackson Collette on the outside. Stephen Solomon in the middle. It's going to be a quiet one. Stephen Solomon just gets it. 46.69 unofficial. Jackson Collette. What a race by Jackson Collette. Second. Takes the win, the place over Alex Beck. Alex in third. What a race.
Wow.
Honestly, I did not expect it to be that close at the line.
No, look at Jackson Collette. He might have he lost probably a few just trying to dip 10 metres out, but Luke Stevens, he set it up by going out hard and he couldn't finish.
Yeah, I was watching him come down the straight. Obviously, we had to keep an eye on the first 3, but he just started to drift back further and further and further. Obviously, he hasn't had the best of time after Nitro. Obviously, he had a fantastic time at Nitro, but since then, he's had a couple of injuries. Training hasn't been going great, so obviously he wasn't happy with the form that he came in here. He would have liked to have been a little bit better, but, geez, wow. And that's what happens sometimes if you do go out a little hard. As we see Steve there, his customary position after a 400. He has an issue where sometimes he overheats a little bit. He loves to pour the water over his head, as we see there. I've spent many sessions with the watering can as he's lying down on the track, just watering him down, trying to cool him down, get his body temperature. But what a run, what a race. And there's your result. Stephen Solomon, 46.66. Jackson Collette goes 46 for the first time. Welcome to the 46 Club. Jackson Collette, 46.77. Alex Beck, 46.83 to round out your podium. Wow. Looks like we're going to go down to Tamsin. She's down there with Steve, who's still lying on the ground, pouring water over him.
Yeah, guys, this is going to be a pretty tough interview. Steve looks pretty tired down here, but I did tell you that there'd be 3 guys under 47 seconds. Steve, are you right to talk?
Sure.
It was a pretty tough race. You look like you went out there nice and relaxed and conservatively, and you really worked around that third 100.
Yeah, I think I executed quite well today. Wasn't feeling that amazing, but just smooth, and when Alex put the pressure on, just stayed calm, and I'm happy I was able to get the win.
Yeah, you haven't had a lot of racing under your belt yet, so race hardness in 3 rounds is pretty tough. So to come away with the national title, you didn't lead into the straight, it was pretty close. You held your form and you were able to hold those guys off. I think you should be pretty happy.
No, absolutely. I mean, this weekend was about the championship title, so hopefully now I'll regroup, find some good races in America and go for that standard.
Yeah, you know what? I think you were the most heartbreaking story of Rio Olympics for us as Australian athletics fans watching. You made the final in London, as an 18-year-old, and you were the closest of margin to making that Rio team. And I know that if you were there, you would have pushed for the final again because you're such a great competitor. Got to chase the time again, but you're obviously going to go about it a different way to last time.
Yeah. We'll learn from last year's and we'll make a move onwards.
Okay, I'm going to let you go because I know how painful 400s are. Amazing effort, Steve, and good luck getting that time.
Thank you very much.